uh, uproot it from its roots. You have to eliminate the cause, and then you can have a problem fixed. If you have a headache, for example, that's a symptom. You have to figure out why is it you have a headache? What's the cause of your headache? And deal with that for the headache to be dealt with. All right. Yesterday, we had a caller call the show and try to give us an update. Yeah, about the Greenfield University situation. Well, The Nation is reporting that there is a development, and I thought you needed to hear that as well. And let's see, I want to know what you have to say about this. I think because on one hand, I would not be surprised if it paralyzes you on one hand, and then on the other hand, you might really have a solution. And so I think that's the curiosity that births this hour of the show. Kidnappers of students of Greenfield University, Kaduna State, have reduced the ransom on the remaining 17 students in their custody to 100 million naira. All right. So remember that the initial ransom was pegged at 800 million naira. Well, now they say it's 100 million naira, but they threatened to kill all students in captivity if 100 million naira is not paid by Tuesday. That's, of course, today. The leader of the gang, who identified himself as Sani Idris Jalingo, in an interview with Voice of America, Hausa, on Monday, demanded 10 Honda brand motorcycles. Yep. And they won that in addition to the now new price for ransom, which is 100 million naira. The Nation had reported 22 students and matron of the female hostel were abducted from the university's premises in Kaduna, April 20th, 2021. The bandits who initially contacted the distressed parents demanded 800 million naira, but now they're asking for 100 million naira. Now, during that interview, it was also gathered that the leader of the gang, who now identifies himself as Jalingo, explained they killed the 5 students over failure of government. He threatened if the 100 million naira and 10 motorcycles are not delivered by the Kaduna State government or by the parents Tuesday, then the remaining students pretty much will be killed. And when I read that this morning, I couldn't think anymore. I couldn't think anymore. There was just, I couldn't necessarily bring myself to construct one, sensibility from the story, and then the fact that this is happening. Yeah, the fact that this is happening. All right. Jalingo described on Monday, Jalingo, who described the Monday threat, pretty much said that that last time he spoke would be his final warning. He also confirmed that 55 million was received, and he said the initial 55 million paid by the parents of the students has been used to feed the abductees. 55 million used to feed the abductees. So I don't know what you'll make of that. I'll just go ahead with the story. According to him, you are speaking with Okay, he says, he says, we heard the utterances of the Kaduna State governor that he will not pay ransom to bandits, to purchase additional arms. And he was referring to, of course, who, Kaduna State Governor El Rufai. He said that he heard El Rufai say, he said El Rufai did mention that if any of his children got kidnapped, that he would not pay 5 naira. This is to show, and this is the bandit speaking now, he said this is to show that Nigerian government has failed and does not love the citizens. And this is why we killed the students, the initial 5 students who were killed earlier. This really breaks my heart in a number of ways, and I really think that you would have a thing to say about this. He said if the government or parents fail to bring 100 million naira and 10 brand new Honda bikes, then this pretty much is anybody's guess. He was asked if he was a terrorist. He says, and I quote, "I'm not a terrorist, but a food seeker." And it sounds like a scene out of a movie, except that this is happening. So here today, we're trying to consider innocent children somewhere in captivity who have done nothing wrong. Nothing. There is nothing that the state holds them guilty of. But here, they have to wake up every day to the thoughts of death, and they look the one who has promised them death in the eye every day. And I don't know whether you have conceived that possibility. There are many things that frighten you, and that's certainly something that would frighten anyone. But there is what it does to you as the one who is in the claws, or someone who's trapped between the claws of death. And then there is what it does to the nation. What does this say? Why is this happening? And yeah, so this could be a threat of some sort, but then it's also reported that one of the abductees, or two of them, were allowed to speak, and two of the students, a male and a female, spoke, begging the government to pay the ransom, saying these people don't make empty threats. Whatever they say, they do. 0700 993 993 993. Welcome to the show. And 01, of course, 465-7190. We're Nigeria Info. I want to know what you have to say about this. Welcome. What's your name?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Comrade Chuku from Farm.
Thank you.
Well, I'm very, very emotional now. They should not kill those students. Let them forget about what RFI say and they pay that ransom and they give them that machine for the laugh. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
So I now have the solution of the bandits. Let them carry that Tucano bomber. You know that Tucano bomber wouldn't take a bomb all over. And all the whole military that is in the southeast and southwest, now they can now deploy it to that bandits area and they kill all of them. They can do it. Nigeria can do it.
All right.
Nigeria can do it now because of the allies of that place that are doing this thing. And if case not taking, these bandits that they want to collect money, there are some people that are aiding them to collect money from RFI. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
So some of them, because Nigeria don't want to tell ourselves truth. Some people are aiding these bandits that want to collect this 100 million and Okada. So let them pay the money for the laugh and use that to Kano when they take bomb and the whole soldier in south and southeast. Let them carry and go north and the finish all of them.
Thank you
That's
very
what I
much.
can say. Let them pay that money.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, this is Nigeria Info. Welcome. I want to get your reaction to this. What's your name? Thank you. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
The first time caller.
Oh, welcome, first time caller.
I'm afraid of what is happening in this country. Is this the same Nigeria we are born and grown up to this level? How could I think this registration that saying that registration to track people that are making any comments from through the air, through the phone, through the system. How could these people be threatening us from within Nigeria, carrying our children within Nigeria, and our security forces cannot detect where they are? I'm afraid of being in Nigeria. Even if I'm working tonight now, I'm afraid of my head. Someone can even come out my head, nobody will talk about it. This is quite disturbing that they kill half of our children, and are threatening to kill the 17, and they are still in this country, giving the threat. What part of the country are saying that our security force cannot kill them? I'm just tired, Joyce. What is happening?
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Hello and welcome, Chris. We're happy to have you. This is Nigeria Info. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chris. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, my own contribution to the discussion that is going on. I think there is no amount that can be compared to a human life. And since Nigerians have allowed, the leaders have allowed Nigerians to degenerate to this level, I will advise the ransom should be paid. But there is one thing I believe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
There is one thing I believe. If the government is truthful to her citizens, even if this money is being paid, and they want to get these people that collected the money, they can do it. But since Nigerian, those in authority have decided to pay us to what is going on in this nation, let it be. But my advice is if they can pay this money to rescue these people, let them do it, at least to save the souls. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling Nigeria Info. Welcome. Last week, I thought, if you remember, I thought I did ask a question. It was about whether ransom should be paid or not. And quite a number of you did say ransom should not be paid. Other half said, well, ransom should be paid. We need to save lives. Well, here it is now. It looks as though we're trapped between the devil and a hard place. Between the ethical thing to do, which is not pay ransom, not engage terrorists, to the fact that, well, now lives are at stake, and it's either the money or the children. And for me, I think what's even difficult to even get past is the fact that this is even happening. I don't see why it's happening, because there's no godly justification for it. There's absolutely no godly justification for it. But then again, here we are, we have to make a decision. So I'm asking you now, what is your response given the development with this story from Greenfield University, Kaduna State? On Nigeria Info, we're happy to hear from you. What's your name?
Hello, good morning.
Welcome, good afternoon. We're happy to have you. Tell us your name.
You have Sadiq on the line.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Sadiq, so it's very unfortunate about this bandit that is happening in the north. I don't know why, and still this government, somebody is there, Gumi is there, Gumi know them, and then these people are killing, these people are destroying things, and then this man is still going out, talking rubbish, saying bandits are not terrorists. Hell to them, please all.
Oh, well, sorry, I didn't quite get that. I didn't quite hear you clearly, but thank you very much for trying. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
No, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Akibe.
Okay, good afternoon to you.
What is Mr. Gumi, who do interact with the bandits? What is he not doing? He went and interact with the bandit that day and said that this is what the bandits needed, that they are not giving the amenities, the necessity government promised them. Can't he still go there now and negotiate with them with kind heart to release those women, those students? So what is Gumi talking? Let's hear the version of Gumi, who have access to the terrorists. Thank you.
Welcome to the show. Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info. What's your name? Sorry, I lost you. Hopefully you can make it back. Welcome to Nigeria Info. We're happy to hear you. Turn off your something. I don't know what it is. Television, radio?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Success, first-time caller.
Thank you very much for calling.
I think Nigeria deserves what they are getting.
I don't think that there would be any version of Nigeria that deserves this. I don't think so.
Yeah, they called for it. 2015, I nearly cried for this nation because it seems that everybody is thinking upside down. When we decide to vote in this government, we should be able to know what to expect. So now everybody is crying as if we don't know that something like this will come up. So it's really difficult to understand.
So do you think that Nigerians exercising faith in a man who chose to run for office, do you think those kinds of Nigerians deserve what they're getting today?
I think so many of the people that voted for this man, they knew him before when he was the military leader, and they blindly still voted for him. So it's quite unfortunate. I was not born then. I didn't know that time, but the information I got about the man proved the kind of person he is. And we all know, and we still voted for him. And this is what we are getting. And even for 2020, some people will still clamoring for another APC leader. And I will still vote for him. I will still decline. So it's quite unfortunate.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, speak up for us. Tell us your name and you can go ahead.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to ask, what is the military doing? Because I can remember when there was a little issue in the east. They sent military personnel to go and bomb and kill those people that were agitating. But now that one is they were agitating for something reasonable. Now is the case of banditry, kidnapping, and killing of people. And they are there watching. They don't want to do anything. I believe that the present government knows what is happening. So we cannot be killing ourselves and be yearning for those people to go and release, to be released. And the man that said he has been interacting with the bandits, should come now and go and do the negotiation since he has the power. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We're glad to hear from you. What's your name?
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio.
Yeah, sorry.
Turn off your radio, please. First, do that, and then we can continue.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Chimedu, calling from Joyce State.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Joyce, do you know that Greenfield University in Kaduna is owned by an Igbo man? Do you know that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it belongs to an Igbo man. And I don't know, most of the majority tribes that is being trapped down there, they are all from Easterners. This is why people see the truth. They don't want to say the truth. This is why Erufai insists of not cooperating with the bandits. What time in this country have you seen that kidnappers have kidnapped anybody in the north and start killing them?
But Greenfield is not the only university that pretty much has,
Yes,
been beset by this.
You're right. I'm not talking of the Onobi, but start killing the students for not compromising.
What do you mean compromising? Greenfield is not the only university. There's been other universities.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not compromising and start killing the students and giving a last date today. The government shows unconcerned. Let me give you the secret. Greenfield University belongs to an Igbo man, and that's why this thing is going like this. Thank you and bye-bye.
So the problem with that, if you would allow me to ask you, the problem with that is that there are other universities, and I don't think other universities are equally owned by Igbo people. And if you remember from mid-December, we pretty much shared with you the first reported case of an abduction within a tertiary institution. So even if I want to believe that your information is accurate, but I don't know whether you might be correct if you suggested that it's because he's Igbo, that's why it's happening. Because it's happened with other institutions, and maybe we need to confirm whether those other institutions are owned by Igbo people. But then again, you realize that the price at stake here, which is the lives of people, far transcends tribalism. It just far transcends this ethnic thing that some people still hold on to as a reason, or maybe a means by which they understand what's playing out. So, unfortunately, I lost you. I was hoping you could answer that question for us. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome. This is Nigeria Info. What's your name?
This is Kingsley.
Welcome, Kingsley. You sound rather downtrodden.
Yeah, no one will be happy with the situation of things in the country. And I think the truth is, you wouldn't tell me that the security agencies or the security personnel in Nigeria or in these states don't know how to track down these bandits, as they call them. Now, okay, let's even assume. Now, these people are asking you for a ransom and motorbike. Are we saying that we cannot track? Okay, if we provide this thing, these people are asking for. If we provide this motorcycles, these people are asking for. Are you saying there is no way we can put a tracking device on all of these things to track down these people to know where they are? Are we saying that we don't know where they are? Are they faceless? Who is going to deliver this ransom? Who is going to deliver this motorbike? Who is going to receive them for these criminals? Are we saying that we don't know what is happening? They are joking with lives. People will call the leaders of tomorrow. They are being wasted because we are playing politics. Just imagine the disregard for lives. My fellow people are being killed. Imagine if Brian didn't have the opportunity to be who he is today. Imagine if he was killed when he was 15 years old. Imagine if all these people in power were killed when they were young. But look at, their skin is nothing. Their children are safe out there. Their children are out of the country, safe. They're not bothered. All Nigerians are being killed every day, and nothing can be done about it.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome to the sunny side. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon. This is Madam Obi. I don't understand what is happening tonight in Nigeria and to us Nigerians. that someone just used innocent souls, children, to do politics. When this man, Buhari, was coming in, people that knew him were shouting, but others saw it that he's Mr. Integrity, that he will deliver. Have you seen him? Nigeria has never been divided the way it is now, and there is a Mr. Integrity. Tinubu and his cohort just packaged a condemned, I don't even know what to call him, and sold to Nigerians and say this is president. And look at what is happening. The bandits, it's not like they don't know where the bandits are or who they are. Someone has been negotiating with them. So is it that after this ransom is paid, that the person, they cannot track, through that person, they cannot track these bandits? Something that is not up to this happened in the East. There was crocodile tears. There was a python dance. Why can't the army? I don't know who has tied their hands. Joyce, I'm sorry for Nigeria. It's a shame to APC. It's a shame to that man called Buhari, if he's still the one there. It's a shame to this government. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello. Welcome to the sunny side. How are you? Tell us your name.
Hello. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
This is Jimmy.
Welcome, Jimmy.
To be honest with you, Joyce, it's unfortunate that such thing is happening to these young boys. You know, it's the kind of leadership we found ourselves in. We voted for an incompetent person, and at the end of the day, this is the result of it. To be honest with you, I'm kind of scared of waking up in the morning tomorrow to hear any bad news about those children. The thing is, my solution is for the government to, since they have already failed, I'm not, initially I was not in support of paying any ransom.
No law.
But to just, pardon?
Hello, go ahead.
But due to the situation we find ourselves in right now, I think it would be better to save the life of those children, because if you could, as we've heard from the students, these kidnappers, they don't give empty threats. They really mean their words. So it will be so unfortunate for us to wake up tomorrow morning to hear any bad news about that issue. Let the government negotiate and pay the ransom and track those people down.
All right.
I believe that a single troop of our army can hunt these people down and get them. All they need is motivation. So that's my take.
Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Ridwan from Ogun State.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Firstly, some of the callers were talking about maybe some people knew Buhari, the president, before he came to post. But what I want to say is that the matter on ground, the issue on ground, is not about we knowing him. It's not about somebody knowing him before he came to post. The matter is just that it costs lives. Let's talk about lives. Let's talk about people who have been abducted by the bandits. The fact is just that, look at it now. These people, they are being sponsored, they are being used. And this is political problem. This is insurgency. They're not going to be doing this without the aid of anybody. And with that, they are going to be using instruments. They are going to be using technology-invented instruments. And it can't be tracked. They know what they are doing before they started this. So it can't be tracked. The problem is just that it is the people, the leaders who are there. Well, how can you just appoint leaders, military leaders, who are already there now, and they have not been doing anything for the past weeks? They're not saying anything. And now these bandits continuously, they are asking for money. If it won't happen in Benue, it's going to happen in Zamfara. If it's not happening in Zamfara, it's going to happen in Kaduna. This is not going well. They are using us. And if we aren't careful, this is going to lead to war.
All right. Thank you very, very much for calling. We're just about to go from a break and then bring you headlines up of the hour. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. When the conversation returns, we segue into our divorce series, which continues today. Yep. And radio for sure happens for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. minutes past 1 p.m. Radio, the sunny side. My name is Joyce. So we do promise to bring you developing stories as it unfolds. I also want you to. I was actually going to tell you something about DSS. The DSS said something. Let me see. I saw a headline by the People's Gazette. They say, and I quote, "We've been tracking down Buhari's critics to come and repeat their public comments." SSS. SSS. Yeah? So the State Security Service says it's hunting down Nigerians railing against the nationwide chaos experienced under President Muhammad Buhari's regime. Since that, I'm not going to make a conversation out of that. I think you should read it. I think it's necessary that you read it. I saw it yesterday. I saw it yesterday, and I was a little surprised. I thought, oh no, there are graver issues to deal with. But then, unfortunately, that's not a conversation for us this hour. So I'm going to ask that you at least go on the web, or if you have the dailies, get yourself, if you're close to where you can, get yourself a copy of the dailies, get a daily, read, get some information as to what the situation is and who the target is, or people who might need to come repeat. How does the headline report it? People who might come repeat their public comments. I think it's necessary that you know what's happening and read it. Hopefully sometime during the course of the week, or maybe next week, we can make a conversation out of that and see the connect between SSS, DSS, and the Nigerian society. See the bearing between human consciousness and social responsibility. Yeah. Human consciousness, social responsibility. Of course, towards peace and maybe also towards governance as well. Yeah, towards peace and towards governance. I saw a video of Governor now El-Rufai, who had some things to say during the Jonathan dispensation, and he spoke like a citizen persuaded towards good governance. He spoke like a man driven by conviction for the betterment of a society. I want you to hear that audio when we decide to make this a conversation, and I'd like to get your reaction to that. I want to know what you think about that position. I want to know whether that is your position, and I want to see how you extract judgment out of what you think might be inciting or divisive comments, given what's been flying back and forth. In fact, social media, sometimes you go there, and and you just really should go off because it gets very, I think maybe the reality hits you a little closer when you hear people tell you a story from different angles. And this is not necessarily disregarding the possibility of fake reporting or fake news. But yeah, most of the stories that you get to see there, particularly stories being reported by people who have first-hand accounts of things playing out, and then you get a different feel from what you even get on radio. You get a totally different feel. So I think for the sake of what can be a conversation to be had in the future, please read that particular publication and just put that somewhere in the recesses of your mind. We're going to revisit it at some point, all right? Okay. Now we have to go right back to our divorce series. Yesterday it was announced that Bill Gates and Melinda Gates decided to file for a divorce. And I have no emotion towards that. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's actually worth mentioning that sometimes you live with someone and it gets to a point, and what's best is to live separate lives. Yeah? Yeah. And no one should hold the other person captive if that's your choice. If you choose to, maybe after 10 years of being married or 20 years of being married, you feel, well, I'm not giving this my all, or this doesn't fulfill me anymore. I have other ambitions like being single and hopefully not, well, but yeah, being single, living by myself, pursuing a career. Yeah, I mean, you might have other ambitions besides being married. And sometimes your new ambitions are, say, odds. They're like square pegs in a round hole. Your new ambition doesn't fit into your marriage structure. Then it strains the marriage, and then you have to go your separate ways. All right. I hope Bill and Melinda Gates don't stand as a reference for any Nigerian marriage. Because I see this thing where some Nigerians will say something like, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian divorced. Oh, wow. I don't believe in love anymore. Like, some things are daft. Like, that's got to be one of it. Why? So I've heard some people say, Jay-Z and Beyonce filed for a divorce. Of course, they're not divorced, but, they might decide to be divorced tomorrow, and you see someone say, oh, wow. And I was really believing in those guys. Oh, wow, they're divorced now. Well, nah, I don't believe in love anymore. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, come on. Let's be a little bit more sensible here. Something happened to them. And what, are you expecting the same thing to happen to you? Or is it that you lack so much self-consciousness and life experience, really, that you're banking all of your life's meaning and projections on someone who's popular just because they're on television? It's like saying, well, yeah, Joyce isn't married. Nah, I'm not going to get married. Like, please don't do that, all right? Okay. Yeah, just don't. You cannot do that. And I hear people say that. Okay, so now let's get into it. Divorce series. Before I went on leave, I wanted to talk about why or how you discovered you made a mistake. I've heard people say that they only discovered it was a mistake after they got into it. And sometimes for them, they say that it took like 2 years, 3 years. They got into the marriage, realized, I made a mistake. This wasn't what I thought it was. Meaning that you had some, maybe not necessarily fantasies, good old expectation. Yeah, you were hoping to do your own fair share of work in that marriage to make it work. And you were hoping or banking that the other person would do theirs. And they looked like they were willing to do theirs until you got married to them. And then life happened. More like life started to peel away who they really were. And then they got married to you. And after 2 years, you realize, I shouldn't have married her. Let me quickly tell you a story. Someone told me on radio. She said she was married. She is married to a Nigerian prince. Yeah, she said she's married to a Nigerian prince. And every time she wants him to help her at home, he'll say to her, I'm a prince. I can't do that. And I thought it was very funny. And she said to me, if I were in a different country, I would not be married. So in my head, I'm thinking you are in a marriage and you're not happy. And if you could turn back the hands of time, you would divorce this guy or you would not be married to him at all. And I wondered how she goes out every day smiling. And then they call her Mrs. Jackson Broom, and she says yes, but she isn't that miserable. Well, that's just one story. So let's talk about when you discovered it was a mistake. At what point did you realize that it was a mistake for you? So chances are it's either you're already divorced or you're in marriage, and then at some point in life you realized, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have married this person. Because sometimes it's not, the issue is not marriage itself. The issue is the person. So it's her or it's him. 0700 993 993 993 01271 what did I say? 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190 on Nigeria Info. Welcome. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? No. Sorry, please call back. Hello, good afternoon to you. It's Nigeria Info. Can you hear us? Hello? Okay, so you're not there yet. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Akiwe.
Okay.
You know.
Hello? Can you hear me? I do apologize. I cannot hear you. Hopefully you can make it back. Hello. Welcome to our divorce series on Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Joy.
Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Yakubu.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on the issue on the air. Yeah, Joy, Nigerians are concerned based on what is going on in the country because the challenges in which is facing the country today, I'm telling you, is alarming. And the president ahead the way his action is not capable enough to rule the country. Let me tell you.
Okay, so pardon me. We're actually done with that conversation.
Sorry, Joy. Let me tell you. I'm from the north.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I wanted you to know that I'm actually done with that conversation, but I'll allow you 1 more minute, all right? So you can conclude your thoughts, all right?
You are done with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Based on insecurity, let me tell you, a bandit leader will come out on air and publish his name and his state of origin. What kind of country is this?
Yeah.
Let me ask, what does the government will come out now and tell me that they doesn't know those people? It's unfair. The government knows them.
All right. So thank you very much. Welcome to all our listeners who are with us. I would like to, at this point, make mention of the fact that we're actually done with that political conversation, but I do promise to keep you abreast with developing stories as they unfold. For now, we're on our divorce series, and it's a getaway from everything happening in Nigeria right now. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
I'm saying before that there are different types of marriage in the world. We have the most.
Hello, excuse me. Could you do us all a favor by turning off your radio set?
Hello?
Turn off your radio, lady.
The radio is not on now.
It
Hello?
is.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
I can.
Okay, I said we have to base our divorce or the divorce on 3 categories according to the marriage. For this time, the Muslim marriage have their way of divorce. The worldly marriage, the Adam and Eve marriage, have their way of divorce.
Wow.
Christian marriage have their way of divorce.
Yeah, I'm not talking about. Pardon me.
No,
please wait.
Religion and Christianity. So, and if you find something on.
Okay, so I'm not speaking on that at all, and I hope you understand. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to Nigeria Info. What's your name? Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Welcome.
Yeah. On this topic, well, actually, I am a first-time caller, but that's what you mean. On this topic, you're talking about men not helping their wives over.
No. That's not the topic. I referenced someone's experience. The
Okay.
topic is divorce and whether you've ever thought about a divorce. Why?
Well, it depends. It depends on how the relationship started, because mostly that happens about divorce. Once you lie in your first date, and you get married, and later the woman now finds out that you lied, then things are not working out.
Okay.
Once there's no mutual understanding in the relationship, there's the missing link in the chain.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a problem.
Okay, so could you quickly let us in on your cultural perspective when it comes to men doing work at home?
No,
We're going to
actually,
mention something about that.
No, I can use myself as an example.
Oh, okay.
I go to work, I come back. Sometimes my wife go to work, comes back late. On my way coming back, I'm going to the stores, grocery store, buy some things, come home. And if I look at her, she's tired, I do the cooking. Even my kids enjoy me do the cooking. And I enjoy it, not just that it's part of my duty. I'm a security personnel.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm with you. Please go ahead.
So I enjoy doing it. Like weekends, if I'm at home, I don't go nowhere. I have a bottle of vodka in my fridge. I just sit down, sip my vodka at home, and make the cooking. And everybody's happy.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a very beautiful dad. Sounds like a very chilled out dad to have. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Divorce series back, and I'm asking you, so did you realize made a mistake? And when did you make a mistake in your marriage? A mistake that you think pretty much led you to consider a divorce. Hi. Can you hear us? Well, yeah, 01-465-7190 and 0700-993-993-993. We're also live streaming on Facebook, Nigeria Info, 99.3. You can catch our conversations and, of course, be a part of it. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to radio. Turn off your radio. No, no, no. Turn off your radio. Good afternoon to you. Tell us your name.
Yes, this is a calling from Odogbolu in Ogun State.
Thank you very much. Ever thought about a
You
divorce?
see, I don't know. I'm supposed not to mention my name, but doesn't matter anyway. When I want to marry,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of issues that I have during that time. The issue is that my village, we believe that marrying outside woman, a woman outside our village, that they cannot stay.
Mm-hmm.
And I close my ear because I did not grow up in village. I married the lady of my choice. But later in the marriage, I found out that those things they told me by then have started happening now. You see, my wife started giving me all kind of versions that my village cannot stay there. I say nobody asks you to stay in the village because I know that my village you cannot stay there because of how local the place is. But I found out that the thing is giving me a lot of stress now because what she has in mind now, I find it difficult to convince her.
To stay in the village?
So such a thing, I don't know whom to believe now.
Please wait. Are you saying what's the problem here? Her staying in the village?
The problem is that not going to my village is a big problem. And not liking me because of the nature of my village is another problem. So and I took her to the place before marriage. I took her about 2 or 3 times. We go to my village and he saw the place.
Wait, are you saying your wife doesn't?
Anyhow to me.
Yeah, you're saying your wife doesn't like you because of your village.
That is it. That's just it, my sister. That's just it.
Wait. This story doesn't add up. She doesn't like you because of your village, not because you're a bad person.
Yes.
What's wrong with your village?
He says it's too local. That
is she joking?
He can't go there. I said we're not going there to live there now. I cannot even live in my village. I didn't pray to go to my village and live, but I must be going there now to show my people that I'm still alive. I'm not dead.
Yeah, but even if she doesn't want to go to the village, you know what? I need to take a moment. Off on a break. We'll be right back. 993 and 014657190. Have you ever contemplated a divorce and maybe you realize after marriage that you made a mistake? Let's hear you talk about that. Hello? Can you hear us? Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon to you. Welcome. Could you speak up for us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you very much for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is David Webb.
Your name is Webb.
David Webb.
David Webb.
Yeah.
Okay, so you divorced, plan on filing for a divorce?
Oh, let me look at my radio.
Oh, you haven't done that?
Okay, turn it off.
Well, that's kind of you. Okay.
My name is David Webb. You gave me that name.
I gave you that name.
Yeah, a long time ago.
What is happening here? And you didn't think you needed to change it?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll tell you later.
This is exhausting. So do you have a story for me? Oh. I don't know if we can really blame this on Nigeria. I really don't know. So we're sticking to the plan. Divorce, and if you've ever thought about it. Welcome to the show. 99.3 Nigeria Info. How are you? Your name is Sunday.
Pardon?
Good afternoon. Turn off your radio, please.
Okay.
No, please turn off your radio. Hello? Wow. Hello?
Hello, Joy. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Divorce series. Have you thought about a divorce, Sunday?
Yes, Joy.
Why?
I married my wife when she was very young, and now we have 4 children, and 2 has finished university.
Right.
She now hates me so much that I've been cheating on her. I have been searching myself up and down. I've been searching myself, thinking I cheat this woman. She's so adamant in the house. I'm not happy with the marriage again.
Yeah.
And though I still love her, but the way she treats me is the way I don't like it, because she insults me. She brings me to nothing, even in the front of my children.
Oh.
So now I'm calling you. I'm in Lagos. I'm just retired and even thinking of going back to my village and leave them here in Lagos.
So but
that's
wait
the
though.
problem I'm having.
Yeah, but why is wait? You say she accused you of cheating. Is she correct?
Pardon?
You say she accused you of cheating.
Yeah.
Is she correct?
No, I'm not doing that, Joy. I'm not doing that. I've been searching myself night and day, thinking where I am doing that, but I can't find myself doing that.
Why does she suspect you then? I mean, there's a reason she feels the way she does.
We two of us, we are even working at the same office. We go together, we come back together, but whenever I just say, let me stroll out and see my friend or maybe take some drinks, if I come back, you will just be running after me up and down, and I don't know.
No, but I think you might need to change your interaction strategy. So rather than go out alone, go out with her. How about that?
Maybe that is what I would do.
Yeah, because maybe she's thinking you're leaving her at home and you're going out there to have some fun. And maybe she doesn't think you're good at sports. So certainly you're not going out there to work out. Yeah? Uh-huh. And you're not necessarily, you're not studying anytime you leave home. You're not going to the movies. So if maybe she has a reason to be suspicious, not that it's justified, but if she feels that way, then, hey, the next time you're going out, drag her with you. I think so. I think once she knows that, you're not doing anything anytime you go out, you realize after a while, you tell her, let's go. She'll say, no, today I'm tired. I don't want to go anywhere. Please, I want to stay home and watch television. But I think she needs to understand that. Is there something else?
The way I see it is like people have just been pushing her to bad advice, outside advice, and she didn't. In fact, Joy, when the marriage is not trust, the woman did not trust you again. I don't think it is. There is any need in that marriage again because
No, there is.
About trust.
Yeah, but you can salvage it. It's like saying you have an injury, and then you say, well, my mother told me I'll never have an injury, and now that I have an injury, I'll kill myself. No, you can salvage it. You can fix it. If she thinks you're going out there without her, she doesn't know what you're doing. In her mind, she's thinking he's probably cheating. Well, certainly there's a lack of trust. What I can suggest is re-strategize your interactions. Take her out.
Okay,
She would like it. I think that's a new way to interact with her. And then all those people who are telling her stuff like, oh, your husband is cheating, every time they come to look for her to gossip and she's not at home because she's gone out with you, then they change the story themselves.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much for calling. Thank you. Yeah, neighbors who don't mind their business, though. What's up? 99.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome. It's 33 minutes past 1 p.m. Turn off your radio.
Hello, Joy. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much. We're happy to have you on our divorce series. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. I said my name is Chris, and I'm calling from Agombo. I think there is no mistake in marriage. In every marriage, there is no mistake, except that people find it difficult to manage, some contractions that comes in.
But people make mistakes. Do you eliminate that possibility?
Well, the mistake could be very costly because once you and the guy accept to live together and the outcome of that union is children, it becomes practically impossible for you to disengage because of personal interest. And we talk about marriage actually. I'm taking the cue from what has happened, way in the United States, Bill Gates and his wife. I think that goes to show imperfection of humans and differences in our choices and ability to handle situations as they occur.
Imperfection on the side of who now, Bill Gates or Melinda?
Well, in both of them, because they should be able to resolve whatever contraction that comes into it. I think very strongly that nothing else could have precedence over the outcome of the union with the children. I mean, no child, no young man, no young lady will be happy to hear that the father and mother that give birth to them are no longer living together. Well, even if the system in the United States seems to have endorsed that and has become part of the lives of people.
Yeah.
To say that, well, there's nothing wrong if my mom and my dad, can't stay together and they have to separate, in spite of the fact that they've been together for years. Because if that consciousness is not there because of the norm, well, they are allowed to respond to the system that their countries has given to them. But down here in Africa and other climes, it is condemnable. It sends wrong signal to the young couples in marriage that if there is any form of contraction, you can go.
So are you saying, I've listened to you and I've really, really tried to extract, the points you are making, which is that in Africa, a divorce is not permissible.
Well, it is not. It's alien to us, to be honest.
It's not alien.
It's alien to us because if you look at the instruments that nurture human life in Africa, talk of religion, talk of education, talk of culture, and the perception of our people long before now, I think what we suddenly found ourselves doing is to get involved in what happens in other climes.
Okay, hold on a second. I would like for us to eliminate what happens anywhere else. Are you saying that, because earlier on you said there is no mistake in marriage, which honestly I totally disagree with. Humans choose to be flawed. Humans devise schemes for their errors. Humans are wicked. Humans are unjust. And these people who are all these things carry that mentality and spirit into marriage. There are women who are wicked to their husbands. There are husbands who are wicked to their wives. You cannot say that there is no mistake in marriage. Some human beings are a mistake. The whole setup is an error.
Joy, let me correct that perception. The basic foundation of marriage is strong love.
Huh?
And strong love does not carry any offense, doesn't bear grudges and so on.
Yeah, but how many marriages have the purest of love? How many marriages?
Well, it's up to the two people.
Exactly. So in the event that's absent, in the event that there is no love, do you force them to remain in the marriage?
We can categorize marriages into two spheres. Let me just put it that way. Marriages imposed, as we see down, some part of the country, just come up and say, this is your husband, this is your wife.
Yeah, I get that. Marriage imposed. What's the other one?
Exactly. So that is out of the way in this case, because the other side will soon grow to realize that this is not what I want.
Okay.
And of course, that could threaten the stability of that marriage. But the one that you and I picked, one of the callers said, that was my choice. So if you made your choice and you know the responsibilities, the duties, the obligations, the respect, all of those elements inherent in marriage, then you have signed into something that you are very well aware about.
So you mean even if you signed a death check, you cannot unsign it? You can't choose to exchange life for death? You can't come out of an abusive relationship?
Let me give you an example, Joy.
No, I want to let other people speak, and I'm really trying to get to the crux of it. Are you saying if a relationship is abusive, then don't come out? And that's a specific question.
Well, if there is any wrong between the two people, the ancient saying is that you must find a way to get together and resolve it.
You said resolve it. Okay, all right, thank you. I want other people to speak on this, because if they left you to me, I don't know. It would really be a long conversation. 99.3 Nigeria Info. You heard our last caller saying that divorce is not a Nigerian thing. Well, that's your floor. Take it. Welcome. How are you? Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you. Oh, wow. And he does make a solid argument, except I totally disagree with all of that. How are you? 0700 993 993 993 and 014657190. Turn off your radio. Oh, wow, please. You have to understand that when you call in, I give you a few seconds to get to your radio and turn it off. Then please do that. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to radio. Hello, 99.3 Nigeria Info. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Good afternoon. We're happy to have you.
Okay, the penultimate caller, I beg to disagree. I understand you don't have monopoly of knowledge anyway, but I beg to disagree when you say if he's having a challenge that the wife is not trusting him, that he should always go out with, he should take the wife along with. This is a man that says they are working together. They go to work together and they come back together. So he can't have his own quiet time. He can't have his own free time to just go out and sit down and take it. Yeah.
So you want him to file for a divorce?
No, listen. The last caller, you also telling the last caller that divorce is an option in a dictionary of marriage.
Wait, you're slapping this all over the place. Hold on a second. I said in an abusive marriage. Are you asking someone to stay in an abusive marriage?
The penultimate caller is also in an emotionally abusive marriage.
He didn't say he was in an abusive marriage. He didn't even say anything about his marriage.
He might not know he's in an abusive.
Hold on, are you in an abusive marriage? Because your whole energy is really coming off on the negative. Wait, are you in an abusive marriage?
I'm not in an abusive marriage.
I said what I said. I said the man who called earlier on. He said his wife suspects him. And for that reason, there's a problem in the marriage. And I say, okay, change tact then. If there is suspicion, eliminate room for suspicion. Which sounds like a sensible thing to do.
Oh, if the woman is now going out to the market and the man is suspecting him, so they
eliminate the room for suspicion.
Then reverse the role. If the man is suspecting the woman,
eliminates room for suspicion.
It's all right. It's okay. But
it better be. Oh, on God, it better be. Because so what you're saying is that So I think you might need to be a little bit patient when I say something. I think you should please understand it first, because if you slice it wrong and then you call, I'm really going to allow it sink that you missed it. So if the man says his wife suspects him, I'm thinking, okay, well, that's a little problem, something that looks like we can fix. You're going out without her? Yeah. And I think it would probably even rekindle the romance in the relationship. Hey, honey, let's go somewhere. Beer parlor, movies, stroll. Start a, what do you call that? Workout plan. Track all the streets before you get to the bus stop and then come back. Gisting about absolutely nothing that makes sense, and then come back. When all the gossips come to look for her, to tell her, so you're at home, only you, no light. Where's your husband? When they don't find her to tell her all that nonsense, then the narratives change. It sounds like something you can do. It won't even take too much, except you really don't want to be in the marriage anymore. But in terms of fixing a problem, I really think that's a fair enough solution. That's sensible. If you have an argument, straighten it. Hello. Radio. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Good afternoon to you. It's Nigeria Info. How are you?
Fine, I'm fine. Auntie Joyce. I don't know.
What's your name?
My name is Mr. Ifan. I'm calling from my papa.
Okay, so you have about a minute, and I hope it's enough. Do you believe in divorce? Are you divorced? Do you want to be divorced?
Please, I want to ask one question, please. Hello?
We're with you. Go ahead.
Please, are you married?
Hey. No. Why?
Why, sir, are you married? Because you talk about marriage issue all the time.
So you think I don't have enough intelligence to do that?
Though you have intelligence, but at least some...
No. If I have the intelligence, then you can't tell me anything else. Sorry about that. Nah. Off on a break. We'll be right back.
Radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.